Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Njoroge and I'm the head chair for the African Union at this session of Bmun. I'm a junior at UC Berkeley studying cognitive science with a minor in computer science. I chose to do the African Union because I'm originally from Nairobi, Kenya, and I think that African issues are underrated and interesting. So I thought it was important for me to sort of bring my local knowledge of the continent to all of you at Bmun. I chose our two topics because I wanted us to discuss Africa in a traditional light and in a very non-traditional light. So the first topic centers around technology, which I think is not often paired with discussions of the African continent. It focuses mainly on infrastructure, so I want you guys to really focus on, things like internet connectivity, the state of energy, the state of transport, and not necessarily on specific technologies. The second topic is corruption. I'm sure you've all heard a lot about corruption in Africa. It's a big topic right now, and it's a huge issue facing the continent. It's massively based in its history. So I would advise you all to look at the topic of corruption in relationship to African history, because I think that would be very interesting and would be important in informing our discussion. As you begin your research, it's really important to think about your individual country's stance and state in both of these topics. So for the first one, really think about infrastructure within your individual country and think about what stance your government is likely to have in terms of things like group funding, in terms of things like, do they want increased connectivity? So if you think about a country like Somalia, they may not necessarily want to have the same kind of networking and infrastructure because they have such a huge problem with terrorism, right? So you need to think about things like that and how they're going to relate to our first topic. For the second topic, think about governance within the country that you're assigned. What's the system of government? Is there legacies of leadership? Is there a dictator? Is it a democracy? Is it a republic? Think about all that and think about how that would affect the forms of corruption that are surfacing within your country and how that would relate to policy within the African Union. And the last thing is, remember that the African Union has a lot more powers than the United Nations. So really do research on the African Union itself and what it's able to do. I'm very excited!